channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about designer coffee shop. But before we get started, if you haven't subscribed yet to my channel, do consider subscribing. I post video every Sunday about luxury items or what I consider luxury, places of interest, wherein I'll give you a little bit of a history, some background, my honest opinion, hoping at the end of the video, you'll learn a thing or two. Okay, designer coffee shop. I mean, how did it get started? Who thought about it? Why did that become a thing nowadays? So, bit of history. In 1994, there's these two Italian brother, the businessman called Francesco and Tommaso Butti. So they were in New York that time in 1994 to open their Italian restaurant. And when they opened it, they hired the OG of supermodel. When I say the OG of supermodels, you're talking about Naomi Campbell, Claudia Schiffer, Christy Turlington, and Elle Macpherson, to name a few, right? So they opened this restaurant, and then somehow they were talking. It was so successful that it's four of them did this venture. Then the following year, in 1995, they kind of like, this is really a good idea. This is a very good concept. Also, on that time, it's just recently opened, or they just like started the restaurant or like a club or a bar that's called Planet, or Hard Rock Cafe, I should say, not Planet Hollywood, because that was right after. So, Harrods, this is the biggest department store in UK, and Harrods opened in 1894, not 1894, 1849, I should say, correction, that was about 175 years ago. And Harrods, because Harrods is quite a bougie department store, wherein what they sell in there are like really the creme de la creme of a fashion world, or anything that's quite new, and they're trying to obviously house it in their department store. If you haven't been there, go and check it out. This is in London, in Knightsbridge. So the very first time I've encountered a pop-up cafe inside the Harrods department store is Fendi. So Fendi, as you know, is one of the luxury designer brand. So when I went there together with my friend Agnes, what they did is they basically covered the little section of Harrods, the logo of Fendi. So everything has a logo of FF, right? Then that was done. I can't remember if they only lasted about 3 months to 6 months, something like that. So because they think, oh, it was so popular, a lot of people goes in there to check it out, like I'm one of them, they have now opened what you call the Prada Caf. This is in the ground floor. They have kind of like two entrances, one from the Hans Crescent entrance road, or one, they actually inside the Harrods, right? So I went there yesterday with my friend Pinky and to check it out, because she said, let's check it out, because I haven't checked it out first. So we went there for a brunch. So we had poached egg with truffles in a brioche bread. I mean, that's not bad. I do like that. The price is about £24, if I remember it right. Now, the coffee is about, I think, £6 something, from £5 to £6 onwards. And then the cake, each cake costs about £15. Now, when they served the cake, it was beautiful. It was served with the logo written Prada, the color of Prada. So everything is to do with Prada. I mean, it's beautiful, don't get me wrong. When I tried the cake, I'm slightly disappointed because the taste of the cake to me is very basic. I think a taste better cake from L&N or from Leto or from La de Rey. Actually, it's even nicer. But I guess what I'm paying is the logo. What I'm paying is to be able to use the homeware of Prada. Now, that's another thing. A lot of designers nowadays, they don't just produces their clothing, their bags, their shoes, accessories. Now, they start doing or producing homeware as well. So this is their kind of like a starter part, an introduction for the masses to check out their homeware, which is actually a very good idea. So in 2020, in Osaka, Japan, Louis Vuitton opened a massive cafe there, which I want to check out. Maybe one day when I go to Japan, I will check that one out. And they were using all the homeware that Louis Vuitton. So that goes with Hermes, that goes with Versace, Fendi, as I say, Christian Dior. So Christian Dior have also done a pop-up store in Harrods, but I never tried that in Harrods. So they actually have their own coffee shop near Bond Street, their branch in Bond Street. And they also have, not even that, they also have Ralph Lauren in Bond Street. They have a coffee shop there. It's also a good way to bring the customer. Sometimes you browse around but you're not really buying anything, or you sit there, drink a coffee and probably thinking, oh, maybe I should go back and check it out. So that is a very, very good business sense, and it's actually a very good idea. Now, nowadays, a regular coffee, if you go to Starbucks, I said that will set you back between 3 to, I don't know, 4 pounds for basic one in there. So having a coffee in the pop-up store in Harrods for like 6 pounds, I guess it's not too bad. So overall, it's an experience. Value for money, I guess for coffee and cake, why not? But when it comes to the quality, don't expect really, really high. But don't be disappointed because it's also nice. So it's not that too bad. So why don't you check it out? Do you think if it's a good idea of marketing the high-end product of a designer items by gradually introducing it to the mass? It's what they call class to mass. There you have it, guys. I hope I give you food for thoughts, and I will insert my experience with the Prada Café and Harrods. Remember, as I always say, keep smiling and bye for now. Have a lovely weekend, guys. Bye-bye.